How you going, Salvatore'S kitchen fans? Today we're going to do a bit of a Bushman's dinner. Very simple, very cheap. Sorry to knock the camera around. Alright, so ingredients. I got a potato, I got half an onion, I got some parsley and a couple of eggs. This is enough for me and probably a little later on too, maybe more than one meal. So I'm going to cut the potato into like maybe 1 centimeter slivers. We want some olive oil in the pan as well, so I'm heating up the pan and I've got my little chip cutter. So we want them, you know, potato takes a while to cook, right? So we want them as small as possible, and I need to, we'll put it over here for a second because I need to get the chip cutter onto it, and this has all got to happen pretty fast. I'm going to put a bit of oil in there. Extra virgin olive oil, really good dab. Cover the bottom. And yeah, we're going to fry the potato first. So I'm going to use this little chip cutter, but you can cut it by hand if you want. You've got to put it all in at one time, so I need a little place to put this. I'll put it off screen, okay? So basically want them really equal and cubed. I'm going over the top of the other potato slices. I'm trying to do 2 at a time. Just going to get that one off there. As I said, you can cut this by hand. Cut them into equal cubes, alright? The rest, they're pretty small, but we'll give it a shot. Okay. So I can actually throw those in there. And I'm going to put all the rest. That's what you want to be ended up with. Little tiny cubes, okay? While that's cooking, normally I would get my knife sharpener, my chef's knife sharpener, and push it through here. It's just exactly the right size, but we'll do it like this quickly. Okay. Now, while that's cooking, I'll grab this thing. That's what you want to hear, nice and hot, frying it up. So I'm going to do the onion. So this is really cheap as well. What's the onion, some potato going to cost you? I've got some fresh parsley from my garden here. We just want some salt and pepper. But there was something else. There was something else I wanted to say. Oh yeah, I'm gonna put a little bit of garlic, just for fun. I wouldn't overpower this one, but you know, what's just a couple of little cloves of garlic, just for good fun, because you've got to have onion and garlic in pretty much everything you cook, I reckon. Just taking the very top of it off. This is really hard to see with these bifocals. I've got things that are out of range. I don't know if I've cooked with bifocals before. So I can afford to throw those right in. A bit of salt will be good at this stage. Just a little pinch for now. Some pepper. Be generous. Yep. And I'm going to give that a little hit. So because potato takes a while to cook, I'm cooking it first. I've seen other people cook it first. And don't be shy with the oil, or else it will stick to the pan. While that's cooking, just cut up some onion. And I would say I'm going to dice it small as well. This is very quick, not a lot of dishes, and very easy. So I'm just going to wait until the potatoes cook a bit more. You've got to have a non-stick pan because they really want to stick to anything. So I'm going to wait until these are nice and golden brown, a little bit more. I'm very tempted to put this onion in right now because they're so small. I might wait a few minutes and then we'll put the onion in, and I'll just pause the video for now and I'll be back. So this really wants to stick to the bottom of the pan. Make sure you have a really good, a non-stick pan, by the way. And that's been a few minutes. I'm going to put the onion in because I can't deal with looking at it anymore. And you'll see here, it really wants to stick. Put that in there. So, whilst I remember, you can actually turn this into an omelette if you put it all together close. I would probably use a smaller pan though, something like that, if you want to turn it into an omelette. But I just want a nice rustic style. You've got to be careful because these little cubes are so light, they're just bouncing off. They're sticking to the pan and then they're bouncing up everywhere. That's my garlic. I'm going to put that in the fridge. And it's just, yeah, it takes a little longer than you would expect because potato is really fussy about cooking. It takes a while to cook. So that's the hardest bit, I guess. And then once you put eggs in, which will be soon, and that it's pretty well done after that. So I'll pause it there. I don't want to bore you to death and I don't want to edit all day, so I'll pause it there and then I'll be back, okay? So don't be afraid to test your salt along the way. It's still raw and it needs a bit of salt. In that short pause of a few minutes, I was able to do my dishes. See, there wasn't many. So with the eggs that are coming up soon, you can just throw it in there. That's what I'm going to do. Why should I dirty another cup or whatever? But you could just whisk them before you throw them in. Well, I'm not going to do that. They cook so fast. You can kind of scramble them in there. So parts of this are cooked and parts aren't, but I would like to have the potatoes soft, so I just got to be patient. Be patient. Alright, back in a sec with the egg business. Okay, it's still a little crunchy, but I don't want to wait anymore, and it doesn't really bother me that it's crunchy, so I'm going to grab my eggs. one. So just a reminder, that was 2 eggs, 1 big potato, half an onion, salt and pepper, some parsley in the end. So now you want to act fast. We'll scramble this up like a bit of a scrambled egg, and you don't really want to cook this too long. You could put a little bit more pepper in there. Frankly, I'm pretty happy with that. Turn off the heat. Very last minute will be your parsley, fresh from the garden. Probably best to put that on the plate actually. Just so I happen to have a plate here. This is what I mean, like it could be an omelette. That was almost an omelette. That's all I want really. Put it over here. And a little bit of parsley. And that's it, simple Bushman's dinner. There we go. Bon appetito to me. Very tasty. I'll see you in the next one, guys. Before I eat too much, I've got to take a photo of it for the thumbnail. Please remember to like, comment and subscribe. Teacher Sal out. God bless.